Morning. Why are you starting at this time? But don't worry, don't worry. Your regular programming is coming at you right now here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Emmanuel Onka, and this is the Saturday morning show, standing in for Onyinyechi Ekumankama herself. Yes, we'll start shortly. We're already behind time, but then we'll go straight on to relationship 360. Thereafter, we bring you the discuss with Jimmy Disu, and thereafter we have the GX show by 10 a.m. 10:30 we bring you travel and culture, and by 11:30, 11 o'clock we have it. The Lagos Still Employment Trust Fund come on the radio to tell you all about startup businesses, and by then we close it up or wrap it up by 10:30, having music and moment with this an awesome show. Trust me, an awesome show. You want to stay for it. But then let's dive straight into relationship 360. Of course, you already know Barrister Olumide is right here by my side. Barrister, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Quite an unexpected day, we'll say.
In fact, while we were coming, I didn't know that the bridge was blocked. They said women running.
Yeah.
So they blocked all exits. I was trapped in there. Onyinyechi is still trapped in there. I had to go through routes that I did not, I wasn't sure of just to get here. I apologize. I think so many things happening in Lagos I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You've been
Emmanuel.
busy now. You've been very busy.
Emmanuel, thank you for always being there to step in. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's dive into the conversation for today.
Yes. So today, first of all, I want to dedicate this program to the memory of a dear sister of mine, Chiamaka Oluchi Ukachukwu, ni Anyanwu, who passed on the 24th of October, that's last month, after a very, very brief illness. She was the wife of one of my dearest brothers, Mr. Tony Ukachukwu. She was just the life of our meetings. We hung out a lot, and our families went on vacations together at times. Mother of two. She was an amazing person, strong, passionate, and full of life. I empathize with my friend and younger brother, her husband, Mr. Tony Ukachukwu, and also her entire family, their sister Uche. I really empathize. This was a very painful loss because she was just 36 years old. She survived by her children, Chizara and Alexandra Ukachukwu, two daughters. May her gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Today, first of all, I want to thank everyone once again for joining us this early. I really appreciate you all. I'll have to dive very straightforwardly into the meeting today. First of all, I would talk about defilement in another level, and then femicide. There is a big issue that you need to know that when I'm hammering on something, there seems to be a problem. Defilement is the rape of a minor. That is when of any child. A child is anyone below the age of 18. When you have intercourse or sexually abuse a child, you are walking in the realms of defilement, whether with the male or female organ or any object or a finger or any tool to perform any sexual act on a child. It is called defilement, sexual abuse. And the Child Rights Act provides for life imprisonment for such an offender. They are referred to as pedophiles. Now, pedophilia is a psychiatric disorder which makes an adult or older person experience a primary or exclusive attractions to children, where an older person is sexually attracted to younger children. It is a mental and psychiatric disorder called pedophilia, and the word was first used in 1912. Now, our recent study in 2022, our research showed that 1 in every 3 children will be sexually molested, harassed, or defiled before the age of 18. The main perpetrators in the facilitation of sexual abuse of children are tradition and religion. Tradition stands for relatives, your family, your oloriebi, and your blood, those related by blood. And religion stands for the belief, because religion is defined as a belief in the existence of a supernatural being and all, what do they call it? All rituals that relate to the belief of that being. We have now seen that most cases of defilement that happened and happens repeatedly are covered up by parents and religious organizations. Now, my question to all parents is, when you find out that your child, male or female, has been sexually abused or defiled, what do you do? Parents, let me start with fathers. What do you do when you find out that your child has been sexually abused? When you are told or you find out? I want to open up the phone lines. Now. Parents, if you find your child has been sexually abused, what do you do? I have someone on the line now. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very fine. Glory be to God. I'm doing well.
All right. We have just 1 minute. Sir,
right, yeah.
You have something to say to me about finding out when your child has been abused or defiled?
Yes. Yes, Barrister, thank you very much. In fact, it was terrible situations, and the child developed what I may call, in fact, a situation where he became so stubborn, so secretive. So I have to react to it and intervene.
How did you know? How did you know that your son or daughter?
My daughter.
How old was she?
She's 13.
How did you find out that your daughter was defiled?
Yes, when I found out she became so secretive and stubborn, so I have to take
Oh, wow. I think we are going to wait till after. We're about to
Yes,
go on a
Lagos,
break.
we're about to go on a very short break.
Can
But we'll be
maybe-
back in a few minutes. We'll
Let
be
me
back.
just I
Stay
can
on the
hold
show.
our caller.
You are listening to your number one station for
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Step into success with Host, your academic getaway. Experience the thrill of learning, growth, and endless potentials at Hillside University of Science and Technology, Okemesi, Ekiti State, Nigeria. Seize the opportunity to kickstart your journey towards success in the 2024-2025 academic session. Join us at Host and pave your way for a brighter future. Applications are accepted into all our courses, including medicine and surgery, dentistry, pharmacy, nursing science, aerospace engineering, civil and construction engineering, mechanical, civil, chemical, and electrical engineering, computer science, data science, software engineering, system engineering, agricultural economics, petroleum chemistry, accounting, economics, mass communication, logistics, and supply chain management. Apply
Yeah, pedophilia. Yeah.
Pedophilia. So we still have our caller on the line. So, sir, thank you for holding on. What exactly? How did you know your daughter was defiled?
Yes, thank you, Barrister. She became so secretive. She started isolating herself. She doesn't join us both in eating and night prayers. So I believe something was wrong.
She won't come to eat with you on the dining table.
Yes, sir.
Where will she now go and eat?
No, she will run to the bedroom. She will take her food to the bedroom.
Oh, okay. So she isolated herself.
Completely, she isolated us. She don't want to join us in everything. I started telling the mother something is wrong here. So at the end of the day, we have to force her to talk. So she agreed that something was wrong. So she didn't know what to do. She started defending, protecting the person. So it was at that juncture, I met friends. I explained to one of my senior colleagues at work, and that was where your name was mentioned. So he said he advised that I should reach out to you to find out, to find out exactly what was wrong, who the person is, and how to get him. So it was at that situation I now put up a call to you. You now advised I should now go to police station. I took her to police. In the process, the guy was arrested. He was mentioned and apprehended.
How old was the guy?
The guy should be around 37 to 40.
And your child is 13. Thank you very much, sir.
13.
Thank you very much for reporting, for standing, and for fighting for your daughter. I remember your case very well, and I remember the gentleman. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
My regards to your wife.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to call in. Those of you whose child, whether you did something about it or you did not do something about it, but those of you whose child was defiled that you found out, or those of you who were defiled as children, I don't need you to mention your name. But if can you give the phone numbers?
Of course. Phone numbers to call 0201 277 0993. Mail only 0201 277 0993. Female only line 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. And then you can send us a WhatsApp message 0809 597 5805.
Thank you.
All right. Don't forget that we're currently streaming on Facebook and on YouTube as well. And you can send your comments, drop your messages on Facebook, on YouTube, Nigerian Info FM and Nigerian Info 99.3. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir?
Yes,
please.
Yes,
go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I was defied.
Okay, please, can you speak up? We can't hear you very clearly.
I don't want to make it loud because my people are around.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Please.
So that was in 1977, something like that. I was about 4 years old then. I'm a man. My mother would go to the market and mislead matured up to the age of marriage, would take myself and another boy in the compound and would be doing a sort of difference. But as a child, she would not want to tell me our pregnancy. So that memory is really born. Even though I'm 50 something now, but I still remember what happened.
Thank you, sir. You were the woman threatened you not to tell anybody?
Yes.
Did you tell anybody? You did not?
I did not. I did not tell my parents.
Till today, you haven't told anybody?
Sir?
Only today have you come out to talk?
Yes. Today is the first time I'm saying it to anybody on this earth.
Thank you very much.
I'm 50-something years old.
Wow.
And then I was 4 years old. It happened
Wow.
in 1977. I was born in 1973.
Wow.
But the memory still lingers in my brain.
Wow. So
she's matured, and I was just 4.
Let,
So
let,
my
let,
mom, whenever my mom went to the market,
she would.
she would lock us into their room, and she would be doing sort of evil with us. We are two. They made myself and one little guy of my age called Tony.
Wow.
Again.
Sorry, where was this? Was this in Lagos State?
No, look, I was born in Warri.
In Warri. So, how do you think, has it affected you?
Have I done what?
Has this experience, did it affect you as an adult?
Well, later I went to the village to school when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
So I completed my primary school education at 12 before I moved down to Lagos. But I was so lucky. No, yes, I when I went to secondary school, I was in the church. That is deeper life, and they brought me also. That sexual something eroded from my brain.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Impact on me as a child.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I still remember the memory up to today.
Up till today. Thank you very much.
I use it to guide my children.
Thank you very much. What about Tony, your friend? Have you heard from him, the other person?
It's been long now. You know, I left Warri at the age of 6.
Okay.
I was in primary school then, so
Thank
I
you.
left.
Thank you very much.
To complete my primary school up to today. I never had anything about it.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate for sharing with us. Now, you see that both men and women are defiled. I gave that statistic about 2 months ago that 1 in every 7 boys are sexually harassed, molested, or defiled before the age of 10. 1 in every 3 girls will be sexually molested, harassed, or defiled before the age of 18. So the question now is, parents, when you find out that your child was harassed, sexually defiled, what do you do? Please, let's go to the phone lines.
All right, keep your calls coming. Keep your calls coming. Hello, good morning. Please do try and call us back. Hello, good morning. All right, do try and call us
please,
back.
If you have been defiled.
So many messages here.
Or
already.
your children. Please, let's go ahead.
Let me see. Okay, so this is Ayo Deji from Derby in the UK, and he says, if anyone touches or thinks to defile my daughter, the person will meet God or almost, while I will be ready to face the consequences. That's his submission here. And this is Roland, and he says, if I found out any of my child was defiled, especially my daughter, either both of us will meet our creator. No stress, no long story, but this is just people's opinion. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
madam. Do you want to stay anonymous or you want to share your name with us?
Anonymous.
Let her be anonymous.
All right,
yes,
go ahead,
it's
please.
a deep thing.
Yeah, I was defiled as a child.
At what age, ma?
I should be around that 4, 5, 6. In my own house, my dad's eldest brother, my dad's younger brother's children, they were staying with us. At each time we are playing, all of us are playing. He was older, very big. Each time he wants to play, he would take me inside. I don't know what he was doing. Until when I grew up, I realized that is what he was doing to me.
How? Okay, go ahead.
No, ask your question.
Did he affect you growing up?
Yeah, because I didn't want to mingle with any opposite sex. I didn't want to interact with them. I was always very far from them because I know what they could do to me with that experience.
But you didn't know exactly what he was doing at that time. You were still young.
I never knew what he was doing to me until when I grew up. I realized that this is what this person was doing to me.
92% of defilement occurs in the house of the victim. That is in your own house. Thank you very much. Did you tell anybody?
No, I never told anybody. I never, because I don't even know what was going on.
Then
I was just too innocent. I don't know what was going on.
Were you threatened in any way?
I wasn't threatened, but I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, that's it. When you don't know the identity of the problem. Thank you very much, ma.
I never knew.
Thank you very much, ma.
very
Please, how old are you now?
I'm 43 now.
You will live long by God's grace.
That's why I always protect my children, my daughters now. There's one day somebody wanted to try that with my daughter. I never take it back with the person.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Please,
Thank you very
any other
much.
call?
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I guess you're staying anonymous.
Yeah, no, I was saying my name. I was just a big.
Okay.
I remember I was almost abused. I should be around 7 or 8 years old then in my father's house by my father's friend's son. He should be in his early 20s then. So that incident made me to hate men. I don't like going to a man's house or even when I was dating, I don't even visit the girl because it makes me get irritated because then he will come to our house as if he wants to come and play when our parents are not around. You bring out his pennies. We should be playing with it. So you go to our kitchen. So when time he comes, because I wasn't comfortable with that, so when time he comes, I always run away. I don't want to stay where he is. That was before my mom died. My mom died when I was 9 years old.
Thank you very much.
I never tell anyone.
You didn't tell anyone?
Until I was 40 years old when that same thing happened to my niece. In my father's house. Then I was married. I was angry. And people were saying it was that same period that Baba Jesha usually was raining. Then people were saying it's a lie. I said no. And I mentioned my dad. I never told anybody. So I told my dad that 3 of his friends' sons will have done that to me. But if not for God, I would have been abused at that early age. But that my niece own, I won't take it lightly. That thing made me hate men. But that same thing made my niece, because she was defiant when she was 11 by a 25 years old guy. My younger brother's, my cousin's friend that was staying in our house, he was living there with my cousin. So he ran away. We couldn't get the guy. And that same thing affected my niece. She couldn't finish her school. She left school when she was 14 years old. She was sexually active.
Yes.
Now she has moved to a guy's house at 16. She now had a baby. So I don't know why some parents will not take it serious.
In fact,
it affected me negatively, but it affected her positively. She was sexually active to men, different kinds.
Yeah, but that is not positive. She became reckless. She became, and that is what happens to some. They become. They now just give themselves little resistance to any because yes,
so it works differently.
Yes, for different people.
Embarrassing.
But the trauma is real.
Our mom says she rather allow her to be with that guy than her sleeping around with men.
But she's 16.
Secondary school. She's 16. She should be 17 or 18 now.
She's 16 in a man's house and already pregnant. Or has she given birth?
No, she wasn't even pregnant when she ran away to the guy's house.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean now.
No, then, that was like 3 years ago. She wasn't pregnant. She ran to the guy and she was living there. She left school. I tried all I could. Although I wasn't hearing your program, I didn't know anything I can do. But there's nothing we can do. Nobody, if I've been listening to your program, maybe we'll have helped her then. But in that guy that she got pregnant and she's there.
Thank you.
As a married woman.
Thank you very much.
As a married woman, are they legally married?
They are not married though.
Because you can't marry at that age. Thank you very much. I really appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We have a call from Skype. Remember that you can also join us via Skype, Nigeria Info FM on Skype, and you can call us from anywhere across the world.
Go
Hello,
ahead.
good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you hear?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Are you staying
Yes, I can hear you.
anonymous, or are you telling us your name?
I would.
Yeah, I'm staying anonymous.
All right, go ahead, please.
Why are you asking that question?
Because everybody is different.
Okay, go ahead.
So I remember a case of my own defilement. I was about 8 years old, 8, 9 years old. All right, and usually it's a neighbor Usually when I come back from school, my parents will ask me to stay there before they get back. And this guy had a lot of toys, so he always tells me before I play with him, I should touch his, he's a guy. He would tell me to touch his dick, to put it in my mouth, all those kind of things. Wow. And as a kid, I didn't know anything. I always just do it, and after doing it, you give me the toy. When my mom comes back, I go back home. I never said anything to anybody because I thought it was just normal. I go there, I play, I come back home. So it still has an impression in my head. Anytime I think about it, now that you're talking about the whole situation, just popped up in my head again. I'm a 38 years old man now, but it just,
it's
the emotional part just comes to me now that you're talking about it.
Thank you. But how has it affected you in any way? Does it affect you when you then you didn't know what it was, but then when you started knowing, when you got to know what it was, did it affect you in any way?
It actually took me years until I started, learning things about my reproductive health and everything. That I started realizing this man did something to me, and I never told any of my parents. They knew him as a family friend. You understand? He comes around, he does, all these things, but I never took it. But it was years later. But by then, we had moved away from that area we were staying. So I lost contact with him and everything. So I just I'll let that lie. But till now, I never told anybody.
Thank you very much for telling us.
Can I ask you a question? Are you married now at this point? Are you married?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, is he off?
Yes. I think that this literally affects people's relationship, and I think that was why I asked the question.
Let me even go ahead with it. You would see why. We have seen that these did not even tell their parents. More people told their parents. A lot of people started acting up. The parents noticed that there was something different, like the gentleman who just called, the first caller, noticed his child became isolated. She stopped eating with them. She stopped praying with them, and he knew. What he did was, after he tried to forcefully get the information, what happened, he just knew that, and he decided to take her to a police station. That's what he would do before she now gave up the name of the person. How did it begin? They sent her on an errand, and this guy was just at the corner. So children that are defiled become a magnet for sexual abuse. They are easily identified by predators. Why? Because of their character. They are the withdrawn, socially quiet, not doing well in school, isolated, and especially those who mentioned it to their parents and nothing was done. They accept it as a part of fate, and next time it happens, they do not fight. They do not, because they know nothing will happen. They submit to sexual abuse with minimal resistance because they have come to accept that nothing will happen. They are more prone to alcohol and drug addiction because of the trauma. They now start using drugs and alcohol to try to forget. The reason they are drinking is to forget their trauma. Now, almost 98% are repeatedly defiled. Now, it doesn't just happen once. Pedophiles know the signals of a broken and sexually abused child. Now, 80%, or let me say 79.2, that's almost 80% of women in prisons in Nigeria were sexually abused as children. So it increases the probability of victims committing a crime now, and their crimes are usually crimes of passion, crimes between a lover, them and a lover. About 42% of victims or perpetrators of domestic violence and abuse, separations and divorces, were sexually abused as children. So it tells us that it increases their probability for a failed marriage in future. They are more likely to suffer from depression and have suicidal tendencies nowadays. This is the study in the past 10 years. Those that are much older now had higher tolerance, had higher resistance, but now the children now are more fragile emotionally. And this is the problem I have. It is always now that parents know that there is something wrong because the child's character has changed. Someone that was bright is no longer bright. Someone that was brilliant is no longer brilliant. Someone that was talkative is now very quiet, you know. And some of you even were told, but they do nothing. They cover it up. They cover it up. Why? Because it is a family member. Why? Because they don't want their name or their status to be mentioned, as if reporting to the police is going to the newspapers. The problem we have now is that religious houses who know, a lot of them tell their pastors, tell people in their religious homes, but they fail to do that. They always come to try to cover it up. One, they had evidence. It was the pastor that told them to delete evidence in forgiveness, that you cannot forgive a person and hold evidence in your phone. Now the thing has come up and she has no evidence because her pastor, some very unlearned person would tell you to get rid of evidence. This is a problem. One of the people that works with me, I told you about 2 weeks ago, the 2-year-old daughter was defiled. 2-year-old daughter was defiled by his own nephew. We had started, they brought the child to me. When I saw the child, I took the child to Warif. They checked, said this child was fully. Next thing, the sister started making excuses that, our mother is sick. If she hears this, she will die. And I said, the mother will die one day. She has lived her life. That is the grandmother or their grandmother. Said if he hears she will die. I said she has lived her life. This child's life is just about to begin. You don't end it. They decided to cover it up. And you think that it will be fine, it will be okay. Fathers, mothers, you think it will be okay for you to cover up the fact that you are damaging and destroying the lives of your children by that cover up? Because you find out that almost 79% of the time it is by a family member, someone you are related to or you know.
Thereby denying the child justice.
We have a minute.
Yes, we have to go Lagos. We have to go on a short break, but stay here. We'll be back here in a short while. Don't go anywhere.
More conversation, more talk, more
remember engaging in mommy and daddy, and I gradually overcame it while I was getting older, though I never told anyone about it. He says he's now married with 2 lovely daughters, and if anybody dares to sexually assault them or defy them, I will KIL the person.
You know, that's the problem now, is that you find out that women who were defiled now have an issue birthing children who may be defiled. Women who were defiled, a lot of them become insensitive to their children's plight. It is very difficult to have someone in trauma give birth to another child. And
welcome to the Central Bank of Information.
On the news this hour, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu is urging investors in the United States to see Lagos State as the right place.
a lot of what we have seen gives the opposite in translation when you are checking how it has happened from one generation to the other. That was my study. Men react a different way. Men are angry. Men now become overprotective. Women, on the other hand, except, there are some who become religious.
This is after the act, when they are grown.
When they are now fully grown, they become religious and often leave their decisions knowing what happened to them firsthand, turning to religion, and that religion seizes them from acting. But you have other women who now become very protective. But unfortunately, the ratio of those who become very protective of their own children is lesser than those who know but have turned to other things, either drugs or religion, as a response to the trauma of their children.
I was speaking to you earlier off the mic, and I was telling you about how we are having more reports about
it. It is so
Is it
rampant.
that more people are now speaking about it, or we are having it rampant?
It has always been. It has always been in terrible proportions. But now, due to social media, it's like a big secret that is leaking. It has always been. There's everyone here has a member of their family that they don't know how they are related, but you are just told that he is your cousin. But you don't know the father, you don't know they will just say, that's your cousin. But of all cousins, of all uncles, you can't pinpoint. Those were the children of incest. Those were the children of defilement, where they had to take the child and raise the child. Their uncle, their brother, their sister did something, defiled someone, raped someone, or was a victim of such.
We have more messages here. This is, he said, I was a 6-year-old boy when I was also sexually defiled by our teenage Togolese housemaid in 1981. She did. Whenever my parents were away at work, she would take me inside a room and do all sorts of unthinkable things without my parents' knowledge. This continued for some time until she eventually returned back to her country, Togo. That experience scarred me for a very long time as a student, to the extent I hated all girls, including my sisters. I only had one first girlfriend in my 300 level in the university. Thank God I'm married now. This is the first time I'm revealing this
You're
to
talking
anyone.
about it. So we are all with secrets. Trauma. Buried trauma. Now I want to move to the next topic, which is femicide. Femicide is Femicide. Femicide. And the femicide, according to the Oxford Dictionary, refers to the killing of a woman or girl, in particular by a man, on account of her gender. Merriam-Webster defines it as gender-based murder of a woman or girl by a man. Now, the term is used to define any killing of women or girls. Now, this week, we lost another woman, popularly known as Mama Habib in Ikorodu. The husband was very abusive to the knowledge of the entire neighborhood. The last beating occurred about a week and a half ago, where she was rushed to the Ekpe General Hospital and died there. Her body was brought back to Ikorodu and buried in the husband's compound. Now, femicide. The Punch newspaper on the 9th of this month, one Biodun Busari, wrote that over 100 women have been murdered in 10 months. Shija reported as far back as 2015 that Nigeria loses between 300 and 350 women per annum. Now, 49% of Nigerian females have been exposed to at least one form of direct or indirect gender-based violence. Let me say ever since COVID, ever since 2020. Now, Nigeria does not have a femicide law, so crimes against female with gender-based definitions are criminalized as homicides and not femicides. Now, this is a problem. Women, you do not realize that you are systematically reducing in population. Being beaten, battered, and bruised, not for what you did, but for who you are. Because you are a woman, what you cannot try with another man, they will do to you because you are a woman. They will look at, where do I even want to begin? Was it the lady that was 300 level in Abeokuta University that was kidnapped by her own friend, received ransom, and killed? Is it the over 100 women that have died to domestic violence and abuse? It's going to about 300 now in this country this year. But we have no statistic, no data. It's only NGOs that are raising the go. Ikorodu is number one. Ajegunle Limosho, that Ajeromi Ifelodu, go to the hospitals there and see the women that are brought in, battered and bruised, and die in the hospital. The way women are brought in, taken back, brought in, you would see someone with a black eye, she would say she fell. And we need to do something. And the funny thing is that women are the ones that cover up their own destruction. Other women, instead of you coming out to speak, you will be the ones to tell the other women to keep quiet. Women, you will be the ones to cover up when people are asking questions. You think you are doing yourself a favor? You think that you are doing your assailant a favor? Your husband, your boyfriend, you think you are doing them a favor? You are systematically killing your own selves. Now I'm even going to start protesting against femicide. That is the killing of women by not answering women. I receive at least 40 calls a day. In 2 days, I have up to 4,000 WhatsApp messages. Within the space of 48 hours, I have to wake up at night to read, to respond. At times, I respond via voice note because I can no longer chat. My hands are, but I cannot go through. So you can imagine how many messages. But when you tell women are women's own problem. The case that I was handling about the person who worked with me, we no longer work together, because if we are arresting other people for defilement and then it happens to you, and then you are saying because you are related to the person that did it, you are not going. Meanwhile, we are doing it for others. You want to cover up your own. We could no longer. So he's out of our organization. The issue here is that the family came there to prevent the wife from writing a statement. We were there in Panti with the child, 2-year-old daughter. I was looking, and that is the only child he has. I watched again and again. Now, if it happens outside, it's different. But when it's happening to somebody, both of you fight crime together. And you watch, and in unbelief, it was another woman who is the sister of this person that was discouraging the wife from reporting that her own daughter, the only daughter she has, 2 years old, was defiled by the nephew of the husband. And then what happens? She would grow now, Abby. How you watch yourselves being beaten, battered, and bruised, and then, look at the worst are those who are in religious houses. Before you will get pictures of, I was beaten. This is the picture. These are the pictures, and this one we got the video. The video of the beating. The neighbors took it, and then we arrested the man yesterday. He's currently in detention. Another woman pastor was now sending messages. We just met, just heard that, this is Barrister Olumide. He started telling me to forgive that the woman, she should. And I looked at her, that how many women are left? You are your own worst enemy. And because of this, I am going to protest against you by not answering you till 2025. There is no woman that will call me now that I will respond to their matter until you open your eyes and realize that you are an endangered species. It is called femicide. We have been systematically killing our women and then giving birth to more girls. Then we defile them, break them before they are even 18. Before the child begins to live, we have already destroyed their lives. You say, why are the women nowadays, they're not staying in their husbands' houses? How are they staying in their husbands' houses? Isn't it the same men that had defiled them before they even knew what sex was about? You see, you cannot predict the way your hormones will react to trauma. Some will now start looking for the sex. And you will say, why is this? This is just a dog. No! She was defiled and nothing happened. We took one to a psychologist 2 days ago? You know what? Let me give you a sneak peek. Women, I'm going to bring a woman to this studio next week. Her husband is the general overseer of a church. She had a child before she got married to him. When the child came to live with them, Gio defiled the child.
Wow.
The child, eventually she had to send the child away to cover up the Gio. The child went and committed suicide. They have another relative of ours came. Gio defiled that one. She has lost a daughter. Another member of her family came. Gio sat on that one too. She has been covering for Gio for 24 years. Now, Gio has turned on his own daughters. The daughters are 13, going to be 14 and 17. They just came and said, so you see that thing that you covered has now come to their own biological children now. She saw me on TV and got my number. She called me once, but I think another woman. You know what? She went to report Gio to Gio's friend, who is another Gio. And that Gio was telling her that, it is the devil. Let us just take this spiritually and we'll pray for him. Then that Gio that she reported to told his wife. The wife now came to meet the woman that, why are you going to tell my husband this thing? My husband is also doing it in our own house. That you are just wasting your time coming to tell my husband, because it is the same thing that is going on. Let nobody talk about spiritual power. They are not using it for any spiritual power, because the church should have expanded and had branches in the sky, floating branches now. Abi? No. And the man is so adamant about it. I'm going to bring her here and she will tell you her story. She covered up. Now she has come forward and we will be picking it up this week. And then you will hear the Geo, the name, and the church. How we watch. You watched even your own daughter from another man defiled, and you thought to protect him, the Geo, by sending her away today. She died. They didn't know how she died. She heard that they called her that the girl, after years, it's not as if she just, after years, they said this girl is behaving funny. They don't know what's wrong with her. They don't know that she should go and see the child. When she told the husband that she wants to go, the Geo prevented her from going to check the child until the child eventually killed herself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, femicide. You think, women, you are an endangered species. We bury you every week in this country. We bury a woman in an average of every 3 days. Every time, just go to hospitals in Alimosho, go to hospitals in Ikorodu. Ikorodu is a shrine for violence and silence. And it is these same women that cover it up. I dare any woman to call me and see whether I would respond to you. I would listen to you and I will wish you all the best. Because if you people don't know that you only have each other, there are some sycophants amongst you who would want to use religion or tradition to cover up for a human problem. It's a human problem. You call the devil to do what? What did the devil do? And then you remain in, if you look at this woman, now we have to rescue, have to change our location, try to get a house so that we can get this man without him killing her. Women, you are an endangered species. You think you're covering up for them, it will come back to you 1 billion times. Say, because he's my husband, it will come back to you 1 billion times. You think you can destroy the lives of children before they even begin to live that life, and you people sit down and cover it up. You cover domestic violence of your neighbors. You say it is there. It is not. Your children are watching and are already learning. When they said it is a family problem, it is not a family problem. It is a crime. My children live here and they are watching how a man is beating his wife. Before you know, they might accept it as a norm in society. Before you know, look at that. In my son attends a school where boys have already started beating girls. JSS 2. Where did they learn that from? Isn't it from home? Let me tell you something, women. You are an endangered species, and what is happening to you is called femicide. Men are systematically wiping you out, killing you. Look at what Boko Haram does. When they get to a community, what is the first gender they attack? The women. They capture them. They rape them. They make them have children for them. Now, when they have children, that's the power of pregnancy. You will not be able to live. They always end up, those Chibok girls, some of them that they saved, they went back into the forest. Why? Because they had already given birth for them. Want to check the child. They always use women, and you people are not smart enough to know that enough is. You can't even talk to yourself. You have town meeting, village meeting every week. What do you people talk about? More than half of you are in abusive marriages. Do you come together to support each other? You leave your jobs, you give up your jobs for a man, you give up your businesses for a man, and at the end of the day, he sends you out again. You now tell me, Barrister Olumide, I have no one, nowhere to go, no business. He made me stop business. And say, Barrister Olumide, we don't have, in fact, thank God, that account is 0 now. So even if I wanted to, we have no financial capacity. I'm going to put up a serious protest against the feminine gender now. I will not, till 2025, and I don't know, I will not answer any woman that calls me until you people wake up. So don't even look at me. Don't so made a decision this morning. The statistics are crazy.
So even as much as you made the decision this morning, and I understand how you feel, trust me, I understand how you feel. But I also think that since you made the decision fresh, we can also,
as we were saying before, I was rudely interrupted by this gentleman here. Until you people wake up that you are an endangered species, the way you are dying off, you don't even realize. The way you are suffering from depression. Listen, you don't have to die physically. Some of you no longer, look at them, high blood pressure. Who has the high BP? Depression. They have psychosomatic illnesses. They have what you call, God. Please go to the phone lines. I'm done.
Okay, we have so many calls, but I think one of the things that we should do is that Barrister Olumide wants all women to stand up. Stand up for yourself. When you see a fellow woman go to use allow yourself to use as to work against it. Rather, join in supporting her to seek for justice and getting justice out of it. It's because of a lot of things he has seen on the field, people he has spoken to, situation first-hand situations he has seen on the field, and that is what is getting to him this morning. And he's really happy on it because of a truth. This is his own experience. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Olabisi. I'm calling from Surulere.
Okay, Olabisi, go ahead, please.
You're touching on a topic that I'm so passionate about. From my undergrad days, I volunteered for an NGO that helps women in violent situations of rape and assault and abuse. And women, we are our own worthiness. People who will tell you, turn up and bear it like a big girl. Women will tell you there's nothing that's never happened to body before. Women. Let me tell you something. You will attempt to know do better. They are at the slightest confusion. As a private citizen, I've had to intervene in certain situations, and all of a sudden you're the devil. Oh, you want to chase them out of their husband's home. You want their children to be fatherless. I recently had a quarrel with my own blood sister. She was threatening my child with violence, and I sent her out of my house. And now everyone is saying like I'm the enemy, but I don't care. It's hard enough being a woman in Nigeria and even in the world.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Us women need to sit up. We need to do better. Else, they'll kill us all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your comments there. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, please turn down the volume of your radio. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, so we can still get the feedback from you, please, so that we can have a very great conversation with you. Hello?
Can you reduce your radio, please?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Morning, Barrister.
Good morning, sir.
Even though you know me, but I want to stay anonymous.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. My daughter was almost defiled when she was like about 5, 6 by a nephew of mine. But unfortunately, he fled when he overheard the girl telling me when I returned from work at night. But by the following morning, I took the girl to the hospital. They checked her. They realized that he never penetrated her. But the girl, what surprises me is that the girl is now married. She's 38 now. She has 2 children. She's even doing her PhD in AI. But about a few years back, when her younger brother was getting married and my relationship came around, she had to ask me, Daddy, is he part of these people around here? I said no. That was when she now got back and started relating, telling me everything that went on. But because of the closeness between me and her, was why she could even open up and tell me that time, the first time it happened. But the boy has run away from me since then. Up to now, even when his mother died, he made sure he never came around when he knew I was around. When my father died, who was his own grandfather, he made sure he didn't come around. So he's been dodging everybody. And the girl is so bitter about it. Still very, very bitter.
Thank you very much, sir.
I couldn't do anything.
Thank you very much.
That went on, and each time she came back from school, he was trying to defile her and all that.
Thank you, sir. So that is called sexual abuse. That is called sexual abuse because she must have been molested. He must have touched her for her to remember. There must have been physical. It's molestation. He molested her, but was not able to complete penetration. So it's called sexual abuse. Please, we have just 1 minute. Let's keep to that time so that other people
there's
can.
This message here, and I think it goes. He says, "My name is Sam," and he said, "I would like to contribute this way. As much as it is important that the culprit of the defilement needs to be punished, we should also emphasize the importance of how we can heal the victim of defilement. Many times, concentration is placed on punishing the culprit, and we forget the victim's healing process, just like we're doing right now."
You see, you are talking about healing. They have not even reported. Let me tell you the first step in healing. The first step in healing is justice. The first step in healing is justice. I don't follow textbooks. I follow my experience, and that is why the name of our organization is called the Gnosis Help Initiative. Gnosis means knowledge from experience. We don't have knowledge from textbooks. You would, when you come to my office, you won't see a textbook. You might only see, you would see papers with me writing. You see papers everywhere.
Lagos, we'll be back. We have to go on a very short break, but trust me, we'll be right back. We're still having the conversation here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Can help you save. But when it comes to investing, you need a partner that you can
back. So after some time, she took picture when they were entering the. So I was like, and I called that. She's never reached. She never said that even what she's saying that they don't understand. And I called her. She now said, we are trying to give another. It's like God sent somebody to her in the car. No problem. I kept quiet. We had to sell that ticket at a discounted rate there because nobody will buy ticket from you. They rather buy at the counter. So we had to, and it was to the east. It was not cheap. Not only that, we had already, gotten some money so that when she gets to the east, at least we don't have money. Do you understand? So I'm very pained. I don't have a sponsor. I come here we don't have a sponsor. That is, all these big companies that listen to us. I'm very surprised when I go to some banks and everybody is saying, they listen. And I'm like, we have big people that listen to this thing. And no organization has said, you know what, let us sponsor you. Maybe every year we'll get. And I'm surprised that all these big men and women that listen to but it's not a problem. I will do what I can. She went back. The offload that she offloaded, she now reloaded back into the house. Not a problem. Not up to 4 months later, the man was beating her in another fit of rage. And her son stepped in to save her from the fists of her husband. And the man beat up the son. His punch broke his jawbone and towards his eyes. So he couldn't talk. So she now found me came to my office and said that please, that this thing is getting worse. I didn't even say a word. When she finished, the child is in the hospital. The guy is not even paying the medical. I just got up, opened the door and told her to leave. That she should go and look for that angel that God sent to her in the car and tell the angel. This is the kind of thing that pisses me off. When women will be stopping other women as if they have some divine knowledge that
I think they're just trying to pass on the trauma.
You see, if you stay there, you don't need anybody to tell you. Why are you looking for support? You are looking for somebody you know what to do. You are saying you are looking for mommy support. You are looking for your family support. You don't. What should orphans do? Orphans, when you get family, to support them. You can't take a decision that is against your own life. Or for your life, rather. Let's go to the phone line. We are not. They are not yet. Let's move. I think that's the only thing I can do.
I think that we should make it a rule. If you come, you don't. You turn your back. Please just move from.
Do you know how many people my group members are tired of people that will start their matter and then halfway they will just say, we are not doing. Halfway. In fact, my group has come up and let them sign on the taking. That if they I say it will not work. People that have even given testimony who can come back and say they were under duress when they gave the testimony or something, Please, let's just move on.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Manuel. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't know.
Sir.
Yeah, this is Babati from Agopa last week.
Okay,
Thanks
Babati.
for the good job, sir.
Thank you, sir. We thank God.
Babati, you have 1 minute, please, so that we can wrap up.
Barrister, sorry. If someone is being raped some years back, maybe like 15, 20 years, but yet all those victims still come around her to talk to her, what can she still get justice?
How do you mean if someone was raped and the victim comes to talk to her?
She still met them and they're still that thing that happened.
Them? She was raped by more than one person?
Yes. Like twice, two different people.
And they are still coming to get to her?
Yes, the sister that they was like, I still like you. I said, which kind of like is that? Anytime she saw them, she will be shouting, angry.
The woman is not serious. It's easy. You go to the police station.
And I told her, let's fight.
You go to the police station.
Can she get justice?
The problem is time taken. That is, when some things are out of time, it's difficult to prove. Rape is difficult to prove unless it's out of time. But when you see your rapist still having the liver to come forward, how is it that they still have the mouth to tell them to be talking to you? I know a lady who used a bottle to chase. She just saw the man from across the road. She crossed the Korodu road to chase somebody. Yes, that the man did not even molested her as a child. when she was in JSS 3. Now she's a woman. You know, some things should not be. It's maybe she's receptive. Maybe she's too formal. She's too polished to react. Or maybe it was consensual because somebody that it's up to her, sir.
The person will even be scared of coming back.
Coming back to how?
Because they know what they
because this thing is affecting her. She don't like coming around guys.
Sir, I'm off the issue of women for now. I'm sorry.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
So please turn down the volume of your radio. Please turn it off. In fact, please.
Hello, I've turned it off.
Thank you.
I want to remain anonymous.
Please go ahead.
I need to talk to Barrister for an advice. When can I call him on Monday or so if I have his private number?
He will share his number at the end of the show.
I'm not sharing my number at the end of the show.
He will share his number at the end of the show, please.
Okay. When is it that? Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much.
What are you talking about?
He will share his number at the end of the show.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam. Go ahead, please. What's your name?
Mr. Lumide, God bless you.
Amen, ma'am.
Mr. Lumide, I support you. Leave us. I support you 100% because we are the problem of ourselves. You are helping us, and still we don't have sense. Look at what is happening in the internet now. Somebody doesn't want her emotions to die. These people you see women, they are the ones say, single mother. What is a single mother? Is single parent or single mother? Is it a crime? Is it a disease that we will not have sense? They are there talking all sorts of nonsense. Mr. See, rest and they take care of your family. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
More calls coming in. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Emmanuel Onyinyechi.
Good morning.
Below, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
Fine, sir. You hear some of us say, oh, you don't blame victim. That woman case that you were waiting at the bus stop, at the car park, then somebody said, oh, you don't need, and she went back home. In that case, who do you blame? Because I hear some people who say, no, why are you blaming victim? You don't need to blame victim. The women, they need to sit up. Like this last caller said, you've been doing all sorts of things. I don't know, is it in the, what do you call that? Is it love or what? They never see that red light when it's coming. Please, our women sit up, and the men should stop this. How can you be killing your wife, for God's sake? The law.
Thank you, sir.
I want to say thank you very much. God bless you, my brother. Thank you.
Amen.
Those who have ears, let them hear.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Sorry, let me ask Barrister. Is it the day for new callers? Because my name is Mr. Omar.
Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead,
sir.
Thank you, sir. My Barrister, please, you gave us a very pathetic story some time ago of a female pastor who married a pastor that died, and she had children. Two of the teenagers of this woman, one was working in a hotel, and one was, a gate man. Do you remember that story?
Yes.
And you told us that if you have picked the call of that woman, maybe she wouldn't have died.
Oh.
That because you were annoyed, she provoked and she didn't cooperate with you. But you promised to make up for that. Based on that report you told us, Pastor, or I will call you Pastor, Evangelist, and Barrister, God does not give up on us. Please don't let 2, 3, 4 women led you to allow 10 women to die.
You have now resorted to emotional blackmail, Abi?
No, I'm not blackmailing. I'm pleading with you that please don't let this anger be taken too far so that many women will not die.
Let me tell you, you can't be beaten again and again. Why is it coming up now? I've been doing this for about 22 years. Why am I now protesting? Why?
I don't want them to let you end up where you didn't want to end up.
No, I'm not. I'm fine. You see, I'm fine. It's not happening to me. It's before that I will be using my, be so emotional and all that. I'm not anymore. I have realized that some people are meant for destruction, and some people, those that will hear, will hear. Those that will run. Those that will go back, will go back. Lot's wife became a pillar of salt. I'm not killing myself again. Thank you, Mr. Peter. I'm not even. Do you know how much it costs in this country now? to even just be human, just to live, to be alive. Do you know how much it will cost you just to be alive?
Okay, let's go to the WhatsApp messages and let's see what we have here. Okay, so this person didn't say anything. He says the women are the enemy of women. And then this is Steve. What is Steve saying? He said, though the topic for today is pedophile, but permit me to say women's attitude in sexual abuse over time and still counting is not helping matters but disappointing. My lady friend is 30 on Thursday, and my lady friend is 30 and on Thursday revealed to me that her cousin has been sexually harassing her till date. She said he wants sex with me at all costs and he promised to assist me financially and otherwise because he is rich. I advised her to open up, but she said, I don't want to scatter the family unity and credibility.
That's it. Now it's family tradition. Those are the issues. It's family tradition.
This is
blood.
Ayaba Esteri of Badagry. She says, hello, barrister. If you follow through with your boycott, you'll be playing into the hands of the very people you are complaining about.
Playing into their hands, Vitibawo. It's not my business. Do you understand? I'm making it my business. It's not my business. It is their business. I am not the one abusing them. I am not the one giving them advice to go back into abuse. I'm in no way connected. You just heard my voice on the radio. You got my number and you heard that, okay, I can assist. And I say I am not doing again, at least for 2024.
And she says that's exactly what they want.
Listen, do you know how many? I've had over 117 cases this year alone. Only, not to talk of interventions, not to talk of my group. Let them tell you what we see every day. Some people cannot even believe when they're on the group and they see, they are like, no.
Is it?
My dear, I'm not even, that emotional blackmail cannot even get me. I'm hardened.
Okay, so this is someone else, but she didn't mention her name. He says it's so sad that it's actually those that we trust the most that are breaking us. Based on the fact that some parents might not believe their children. It goes down to say parents should have better relationship with their kids. Imagine my abuser reporting me to my mom and getting scolded without being asked by my own side of the story. Just cause I avenged myself. Parents need to do better. Thank God I spoke to my mom about it after I got married and she apologized. Good job you're doing, Barry.
You always listen to your children. You listen to them. If they might not be coherent, they might not be able to talk, they might not be, but when you notice something is wrong, you have to, and the first part you should be is on the side of your children. First. How would you be? And I don't know. You keep arguing with us. It is parents that are the problem. Because a lot of them even expose the children. You are the one that brought your cousin to the house. You are the one that brought your this to the house. You are the one that brought them to the house. So this is the issue. Please take care. As for me, it is a dog that I have in the house. You can't even try that with me because I've already reported to the police, several times myself that if this happens, I have one daughter. I'm not coming to report to you people. No, I'm coming to turn myself in. That's but you know that children that their fathers are active in their lives, have a lesser tendency to experience sexual abuse. Do you know that children with active fathers, that their fathers are actively participating in their lives, they become confident. A lot is the deficiency of fathers and the multitude of husbands. Do you understand?
The role of the husband.
The husband is just a donor. The father is the one that trains the child. So I tell you, don't just marry a husband, marry a father. Someone who will be interested in the growth and development of the children. Some people just give birth and that is it. Whether they've eaten, whether they've not eaten.
I guess that's the reason why many women, if you ask them nowadays, what do you want from a boyfriend or someone you want to get married? The first thing they say is the ability to lead. I want someone who can lead. If you're around women, you hear that a lot. We have so many messages on YouTube, and the first one is alarming because this from Kenny P, and he says this man is still on white. Kenny, what happened to between my white and you now? You and Barrister should leave me alone. And this is Bebere Chuku, and he says you've hardly find a homosexual in Nigeria who wasn't introduced to it by abuse as a child. Same for lesbianism and promiscuity. That man or woman you see as promiscuous, check very well. He or she was sexually abused as a child.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Almost entirely.
This is Joy, and she says that Barrister should try and calm down.
This is my voice. You know I'm calm. You need to, you know the difference. See the way I'm talking.
They are pleading that you should not refuse.
Very calm. Just please, I've already given you prior notice, so please, in case my attitude may offend you, I apologize.
And this is Duru. This is Duru saying some innocent women may suffer from your decision.
It's always innocent Nigerians are suffering from the decisions of people that went to vote.
This is LD saying rather than plead, women should listen to the feedback.
Let the women start doing something for themselves, not plead. Okay, if you, but definitely I will not live forever. You know, so if I am not here, you will not do something by yourself. I've stopped leading. I don't fight in front. I fight with you. I don't fight for you. Because a lot of times you are fighting for a person, you just look back and you see that you're alone. They have jackpot. They have they've gone to meet with somebody,
and
somebody
like
else.
you are the one
and now they'll say, why are you carrying it on you? Even the person you are fighting. So now I don't fight for you. I fight with you. So you take a step forward, I will take a step forward. Before I'll just be marching on, you know, the onward gallant soldier. You know, I've run into so many brick walls that people will go and settle behind and not even let me know. This year, for a homicide in Ikorodu, one of the homicides, femicides rather, that happened in Ikorodu, I brought here. They went to take the corpse that we wanted to do autopsy in and went to bury the same people that we're fighting for, and did not even tell me. And I was with the homicide policemen that, okay, they were doing this autopsy, at least you are going to spend money.
Yes.
And then I heard that they have done burial.
Okay, this is Charles from Lagos, and he's asking for the account details of the organization that he wished to support your work.
Please, let me just know the number of Charles. Please take photo.
Charles is here. Don't worry.
No.
Charles is here.
You know, before I can give out I need to take permission.
All right.
So please let me just snap Charles' number for me, I beg. That's what we need now. Support to round up what we are doing.
One last call before we go. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Kisley, calling you from Jakonde.
So,
sir, I support Peter Omos, sir. I want you to keep doing your work, I beg. Not allow anybody.
Come and join me, sing hallelujah. Please, come and join me. Sending me on errand. Come and join me.
Sir, I will come and join you.
We will sing hallelujah together. Now you go tire.
Sir, please, I'm begging you in the name of God.
Come and join me, please. It's not a problem. Come and join me.
Thank you, sir.
Come and taste and see that the Lord is good. Come.
All right, Barrister. Over to you right now.
Yes, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. I'm not angry. I'm protesting. My anger has turned to something else. And I'm tired of women responsible for their own problems. And they know. And their problem is the other woman. Either their mothers, their very own mothers, their very own sisters, their very own family, and their very trusted religious leaders. That is your problem. You do every other thing, but use your own common sense. Or use your own opinion. You are the one going through it. Nobody, how can you, a person who is not going through what you are going through, be the one telling you how to react to what you are going through? Have someone who is not feeling your pain be prescribing how you should ameliorate your pain? How can people who don't know, have no idea, be the ones telling you, and you go and you are listening to other people? You come to me, I tell you, let's do this. You cry, you roll on the floor, you beg, you do this. I say, okay, let's move. We move. Next thing. I just said, my uncle just called me and said, and that's it. And then you are blaming me. I'm not even going to do that anymore. I think I'm getting, you see the white hair on my head? that is getting much. I started growing white eyebrows. No, I need to reduce my stress, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all the best, everyone. Women, do for yourself. Nobody loves you the same way you love yourself. Nobody can even love you like you love yourself. But I think some of you may not even love yourself that much. Do for yourself. Then when we see that you are doing, we can now help you. But that Barrister Olumide I'm no longer doing that, at least nearest future. I wish everybody all the best.
All right, Lagos, we're still here. Barrister, someone asked for your contact number.
You they talk, say you go.
I will share it with them.
I don't. It is well with us. It's not. I'm just protesting. You understand? That's all. I'm not.
Possibly it's men that want to call through. So share your number.
Men know how to get me now. I'm on social media. You know my name.
You didn't tell them about social media.
At Gnosis_help for on Instagram. That is. GNOSIS_help. I'm on Facebook, Olumide Omashebi, and also Barrister Olumide. I just opened that page on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook. Easy to get me.
So you can find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram. You can find him Barrister Olumide.
And I want to appreciate those who support us. This is, at least you would. Don't worry. Next week I have a guest that will send you for the covers. I'm bringing her here. You would. It is well.
All right, Lagos. That would be the show today on Relationship 360. But don't go away. We're still here. We have lots of conversation coming up. We have Uncle Jimmy coming into the studio very soon to talk to us and bring us the Daily Digest. Lagos, don't go away. We're still here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Talk, news, and sports after this. This November, prepare for an epic clash of intellects. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. November the 11th, 2024, 32 of Lagos's brightest secondary school students will step up to the mic, where words become weapons and ideas ignite battles. From Monday, November the 11th at 4 p.m., they'll face off in fierce debates with only one goal: to be crowned the I Beg to Differ champion. Every round is a fight for glory, where one brilliant mind will rise above the rest. Who will be crowned the champion of thought? The ultimate show